Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Stacy and I am Stress Knits on Instagram. I'm coming to you from Detroit, Michigan, where I live with my husband Doug, our daughter Eliza, and our pug Esther. And today is September 25th, 2023. I've been wanting to sit down and chat for a while, but life has been a little crazy. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I know most of you know what's been going on, but for those of you who don't, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it's just been, it's been a new chapter, and it's been hard. But she started treatment, she started chemotherapy, and she's doing okay. Thank you for all of the well wishes, the thoughts, the prayers, the good vibes, everything. It means the world to me and my mom and our whole family. It's going, as good as it can. So we're hoping to stay there. But it's scary and not fun. So on top of that, my daughter, who was diagnosed with autism this summer, she started school, which was it was a mess. We finally got her somewhere that will take her and somewhere where we trust and we feel good about that, and also that will let her be there for a full day because she's in kindergarten. And also, she has started ABA therapy, and we found an incredible place. And so, Eliza and I are leaving the house at 6:15, and not getting home until 7:30 at night. So it's been very long days, and everything has just been, piling on. But we're doing okay. I love everybody that Eliza works with, and we're just kind of landing into the routine here at the end of September. So I just want to say thank you for your patience for a video, and also those of you who are waiting for an order. It is coming this week. I have 50 left. I did all of the pre-orders in the last update before all of this happened, and it's just I couldn't get everything done. So I appreciate your patience, and I'm so sorry if you're waiting for an order. I know it's frustrating, but I really appreciate you understanding at this time. Yes, I think I've communicated with everyone, but if I haven't, I probably just missed it. I'm gonna be honest. It's been a lot. Okay, so let me get the show on the road. So let's talk finished objects. The first thing I can talk about is what I'm wearing. This is the mini mock neck tank by Jessie Maed Designs. This is my second that I've knit, and it's in my favorite color of all time from the Lemon Kid. This is Slug on the trio base, which I have in front of me. It is 70% merino, 20% cashmere, 10% nylon, 450 yards per 100 grams. This is the colorway Pout, which will also eventually be a mini mock neck tank. I'm going to knit a rainbow of them. I knit the 2XL in order to get the large size. I'm a tight knitter. I also went up to a US 5 needle. And that gives me, maybe an inch of positive ease, if that. Yeah, I talked about this project at length. I will probably make a video dedicated just to the mini mock neck tank because I love it so much. This is the shape I gravitate towards when I buy tank tops ready to wear, and it's just really nice to have something that I make that I wear so consistently. I usually use it as a layering piece, so like I'm wearing it right now under a flannel. That's how I've been wearing them most often. I will also just wear it with some yoga pants and just lounge around the house. They're so comfortable. and they're just so wearable. I think everybody who wears a layering piece, like wears tank tops under things, would love this. And don't be afraid to get a little bit more positive ease if that's more your style. I also have one that's with a little bit more ease and I love it. So highly recommend this project. So much so that I'm also knitting a third one, a third of many. This is in the same yarn. It's all the Laine Kid Trio. This is the Spritz colorway, and I love it so much. I want to pick it back up and keep going. So yay, mini mock neck tanks. Big fan. Next thing that I knit, let's actually do this one first. I knit the Weekender Big Birdie edition a la Caddy Jack's Knits. They had a knit along with the Laine Kid this summer to knit a Weekender in Big Birdie or another yarn, doing some modifications. So I used Big Birdie. The main color is Oats, and then this pop of color is Pout, and the pop of color on the cuffs is Grandma's Button. And I knit the first size, the extra small, and it's perfect. I have probably about 6 inches of positive ease when I wear it. It's just too warm to wear it right now. And that's really the only modification that I did. And I love it. I can't wait for it to get a little bit cooler for me to wear this. Probably with just a pair of jeans to work. It's a great sweater, great fabric. I could definitely see myself knitting more garments out of Big Birdie. And speaking of Birdie, I think I showed this on one of my last videos, talking about color. This is the Bright Here, Bright Now scarf by Caitlin of Wanderlust Knitter. And so it's mostly finished. I need to add tassels to the ends. There will be tassels in this dark color called Alpine Flannel. Yeah, and there'll be just some tassels at the end. So here it is. It is such a beautiful, beautiful scarf. I love it. And I know I'm going to get a ton of wear out of this winter. It's just so, it's so cozy. I love it. This is, again, knit out of Birdie from the Laine Kid. I purchased most of this yarn when we went and visited the store on Bainbridge Island when my mom and I went to Seattle for Flock Fiber Festival. And I also had 2 colors in stash. So this dark blue is Alpine Flannel. The purple is Laila. This color is Spritz. This is Bell Bottom Blues, Grandma's Button, and Tart. I had Tart and Alpine Flannel in my stash, and then I bought Laila, Spritz, Bell Bottom Blues, Grandma's Button while I was at the shop. And I love it so much. This is such a great pattern. It is knit in the round, and you're holding Birdie double. I cannot recommend this enough. I think this would be a great stash buster because you don't have to do just 6 colorways. I did use almost all of the yarn for each of the colorways. I have under 5 grams left of most colors. So it uses a lot of yarn, but I do think this would be a great stash busting project. Especially if you're very comfortable with color and just playing with the stripes, and I think it could be really fun, but it's a really nice recipe kind of thing to follow if you're feeling adventurous. I would highly recommend because it creates such a lovely, lovely fabric. This was on my list to knit when it first came out this spring or end of winter. and I love it. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm a big fan. Everyone needs some fluffy goodness, and Caitlin of Wanderlust Knitter is such a great pattern designer for really beautiful fluffy projects. I have Eliza's little hand dinosaur sitting on the table. She loves it. Anyways, next, I think this is my last finished object. I had the privilege of preview knitting, test knitting, somewhere in there, the Soho Square. Esther, Bubba, gotta wait. I just fed her and she's hungry again. You're okay. Esther has water and food and is good to go. Okay, I was talking about the Soho Square by Jackie of Caddy Jack's Knits. This is such an incredible pattern. I had the privilege of test knitting, preview knitting, whatever you want to call it, for this pattern, and I was very lucky. Jackie sent along some yarn. That was also a gift from Sarah of the Lamb and Kids, so this is just a beautiful gifted project from the two of them. So Jackie put these colors together and she said it reminded her of me, and I love it so much. So this is really, the next couple of projects I'm going to show you really have come into my life in this really bizarre time where everything just kind of feels like it's falling apart, and everything just, I actually think Jackie put it a really nice way when she said it really feels like there's no floor, and that is really what it feels like right now. There's just not a lot of stability and everything's just kind of up in the air, and I've been really enjoying color, and one of the best ways for me to do that as a knitter is to knit in different color palettes, and so this project really came into my life, and as well as the next two that I'm going to show you, really came into my life when I was craving color and craving just different ways to play with color. So I'm super thankful for that, and it's a beautiful project. So this is the Soho Square from Jackie. I'm gonna hold this end up first. If you hear Esther underneath, she's just kind of doing things. She's just cleaning her paws. So here she is. And as you can see, it's a nice big square piece of fabric. And this really fun thing happens where there's these beautiful stripes. So Jackie sent me this color palette from Dimond Laine, who is is Sarah of the Lamb and Kid. It's her hand-dyed colorways. And this is Birdie, which is the Surrey alpaca silk. So my main colors, main color 1 is olives, this dark green. Main color 2 is Slug, which is the same color as my mini mock neck tank. And then this beautiful neutral is called Choux. And then this is just a blush pink from them as well. I don't know if it has like a full name. Esther, Bubba, hi babe. Thank you. It's just very loud and kind of gross. I love you. Okay. Yes, anyway, there are 3 different sizes. There is the wrap size, which is, you know, huge, like think half and half triangles wrap. There's the scarf size, which is this one. And then there is a smaller size called the wink, which I'm also working on. So let me show you my wink. I actually just changed colors last night. I cast this on this weekend and I've been doing other things. I haven't been knitting on this a lot, so this is going really quickly. But I grabbed some scrap yarn in my stash, including 3 of these colors are from my original. So I am using Choux and Slug, and the blush pink, which I just started over here. From my leftovers. And then I also had this skein of Veronica from the Satruday shrug I made for my daughter Eliza. And oh, I love it so much. So now I'm knitting the second half of the triangle. And so Veronica will be paired up with Slug, and Slug will be paired up with Veronica. And I just love this color palette. We just watched the Barbie movie, and I also just really wanted to knit with Slug and Veronica together. But I don't know if I would do a full project of them together. Maybe I would eventually. I love it. And them with Choux, I feel like it needs to be a sweater. I need to figure that out. I love it. Let me show you the colors a little more up close. So my two main colors, we have Choux on top and this blush on the bottom with Slug and Veronica. So here's my palette. I'm very happy about it. And the Wink, they're having a knit along for Rhinebeck. I'm not going to Rhinebeck this year, but I just think it's super fun to knit along. I love a knit along. So I'm working on my Wink, and can see multiple in the future because it's just a fun project. This is like the perfect gift knit, and it's about, it's kind of a bandana size, like a bandana square. And I'm picturing wearing this in my hair. I'm picturing this tied on a bag. I love it. I really, really, really do. And I definitely think I'm going to make some for at least one for my mom and maybe for my sisters as well. I just think it's so fun. So that is the Soho Square. Jackie Rose designed it, and it is an incredible project. Another thing that Jackie designed that I'm working on, and I'll show you the one for my mom first. So this is the Satruday shrug. This is the one that started it all, but I'm doing it a little differently. So I am knitting this for my mom. She tried one on when we were on Bainbridge Island and loved it, so I thought I would make her one. She's also, I think she does lean more towards neutrals, but I'm trying to add a little bit of color and happiness into her cozy wardrobe. So I'm doing something a little sentimental with this one. So the main colors, the largest stripe, I do 12 rounds. This is a free pattern, by the way. I do 12 rounds of the main color. I do 9 rounds of the contrast color 1. And then I add these little stripes, 3 rounds of the little pops of color. So main color 1, contrast, or main color 2, whatever you want to call it, and then a little stripe. So it's a different striping sequence than the pattern calls for it, but I wanted to have a little fun, and I wanted to give my mom a shawl that kind of represented our little nuclear family. So it's me, my 2 sisters, there are 3 of us, and my mom and my dad. So there's 5 altogether. And I don't know. So me and my sisters growing up, everything was always kind of color coded. We would all get the same thing in different colors. So I always got the pink thing. My middle sister Alyssa would always get the yellow thing, and my oldest sister Kelly would get the green thing. So I'm putting a pop of pink in for me, a pop of yellow in for Alyssa, and then I have a pop of green going in for Kelly. And then my parents are always, their favorite color is blue. So I have this beautiful tealy blue to go in. So all of this is the Lamb & Kid yarn / Diamond Laine if it's fuzzy. And I am using Island Bunny is the main color, held with some yarn that I dyed. It's like a little off-white, light gray color. I had some bare yarn, so I just dyed it a little bit to just kind of give it that nice dimension. And then I have, for the other color, the other main color is Moonwink, which is one of my absolute favorite colors from the Laine Kid. And these are Todd and Todd worsted. I'm kind of mixing and matching here. And then held with Moonwink is Balsamic, and they helped me pick this out at the Laine Kid. I love that. And then for the pink, I used, this is Radish, and then I held Spritz with it. And for the yellow, this is Anorak, and I held Grandma's Button. Yeah, so this is Fern Gully, and I'm gonna hold either maybe olives with it or Tart. I don't know which way I'm leaning, but for the green, and then for the blue, I have Alpine Flannel, which, can I get it without messing anything up? Here, so that'll be the blue. I don't know if I'm gonna do another stripe of color after that. I do have some Slug. I don't know if my mom would be into this color, but maybe. So I'm just kind of playing it by ear. I need to wind up my next skein of Island Bunny. Yeah, so this is going to start getting a lot of love here this week. So I'm very happy with how this is turning out, and I hope my mom likes it. And it's just so soft and beautiful. And then the ultimate project that I am just so thrilled about because it's a vision come to life. So when I was at the Laine Kid on Bainbridge Island in August with my mom, the shop is a dream. It is a reason to take a trip. Bainbridge is beautiful. Seattle is also wonderful. I really enjoyed Seattle. And we also did Olympic National Park, which I highly recommend. It's incredible. But Bainbridge Island is beautiful. Some really good restaurants, some fun shops, and a lot of great yarn stores. La Mercerie is on the island, and so is the Laine Kid. So my mom and I took the voyage. You take the ferry. It's like a 20-30 minute ferry ride to Bainbridge Island. And you walk in, and it's beautiful. Beautiful dark bluish green walls and all of this amazing color. I mean, how can you not just be happy when you see something like this? I mean, if you hate pink, but they have a lot of colors. But there's a bunch of different seating places, some congregation areas, and one of them is in front of these big windows, and there's this beautiful pink rug, and there is a set of chairs that looks like it's from the 60s or 70s. I could be wrong, but it's very much the vibe, like the avocado fridge kind of vibe. It's this beautiful, weird, scummy green with big, beautiful flowers and pinks and mustards. And I fell in love with these chairs. I am obsessed with the chairs. I think about them constantly. And I recently talked about wanting to knit a Friday shrug out of colors that look like the chair. I wanted it to be inspired by the chair. So my wonderful friend Jackie of Caddy Jack's Knits put together a palette for me, and Sarah graciously gifted me this yarn from the Laine Kid. Thank you so much, Sarah. I'm so excited about it. And I am knitting a Friday shrug based off of the chair. So here it is so far, and of course an end is sticking out. I'm in love. Let me show you this side. I mean, I'm in love. So I'm thrilled. I put it down for a couple of days to finish up some other things, but all I want to do is work on this. And because this project doesn't take a ton of yarn per color, I'm probably going to be able to knit another one with the same palette and play around with it a little bit because I could not decide the order. So this is the one I landed on first. So this pattern, you have a couple of ways to pair yarn to get your order. First, you start with a neutral. I'm going like this because mine's not really neutral. So for me, I started with Cafe and Sophia, and this is all the Lamb and Kid trio. Same yarn as I talked about before for my mini mock neck tank. So this is my 2-color neutral that kind of breaks up the fades. And then you have a 4-color fade in the middle, which is kind of like the main part of the shrug. I have Balsamic, Olives, Sour Apple, and Slug. So this is my main fade. And then you have a tip, which is kind of like the little pop of something at the end. And that's a 3-color fade. I only have 2 to show you right now. Jackie is wonderfully sending me her leftovers of the 3rd color, but mine is Bellini, Grandma's Button, and then it is a brighter yellow called Sunny Side Up, and that will be what finishes the shawl. And I am in love. I am in love. I just can't believe it. I love it so much. So I'm already dreaming of the next version of this. And so what I'm thinking, because I think it's super fun to talk about, I might go a different direction, but I'm thinking for my neutral will be Balsamic and Olives. My main fade would be Cafe, Sophia, Bellini, Grandma's Button. And then my tip would be Sour Apple, Slug, and Sunny Side Up. I'm really happy with it all around. I'm very excited that Slug gets to have its moment in the sun in the center of this shrug. And I can't believe that this dream is becoming a reality so quickly. And I really couldn't have done it without the Lamb and Kid. So I'm very excited to work on this. I just am picturing this with like my black coat or jean jacket and just being all snuggled and warm in my little shrug. I did cast on, I think, 12 more stitches to make up for the fact that trio is thinner than Elmer fingering, which is what the pattern was originally designed in. I don't know if it's the right amount of stitches, we'll find out. But I'm also excited to knit another one in case I want it to be a little bit bigger. I can't imagine that I'd want it any smaller, but I'm very excited. I think that's everything that I'm working on. I am knitting a hat for my mom in loam, Todd worsted. This is also a Lamb and Kid Love Fest, and I can't help it because I love the yarn. I love the colors. I can't help it. So, I think that's everything. So I'm going to get this spliced together because we took an Esther, I thought she was at my feet, it's her toy. We took an Esther intermission so I could give her some more food and water. But yeah, I think that is everything. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your patience during this really challenging time. And thank you again for everyone's well wishes for my mom. They really are making a difference. And I really appreciate everybody who is putting good vibes and prayers into the universe for her. You're the best. So thank you. And I will talk to you hopefully soon.